The H1B guy here. And today, the H1B guy contemplates what does a proposal to reform the H1B visa actually mean? But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube. It helps me to produce more content like this for you. This was not the content that I had originally planned to release today, but I thought it was way too important not to cover it today, the day after Labor Day, and the return to session for Congress. Thanks to Instagram follower at BN for giving me the heads up on this article written by Genevieve Douglas for Bloomberg Law titled, quote, Proposal to Overhaul H1B Visa Program Under White House Review. Very quietly on Friday morning, this article was published and it stated, quote, a proposed rule that would amend which jobs qualify for high-skilled H-1B visas and how U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services will define an employment relationship is one step closer to publication. The Department of Homeland Security, which houses the agency that adjudicates immigration benefits, submitted the regulation Thursday to the White House Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, according to an online posting. Review by the White House Regulatory Office is typically the last step before a federal agency releases a regulation to the public for comments. The H-1B visa program has been the target of President Donald Trump since he was elected. The goal of the revisions of the visa program is to create a merit-based system for non-immigrant workers, prioritizing visas for individuals who have been offered the highest wages, senior administration officials said on a call with reporters in June. And then continuing on, the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, Office of Management and Budget, Executive Office of the President has the proposed rule posted, and it's titled, quote, Strengthening the H-1B Non-Immigrant Visa Classification Program. The abstract on the link goes on to state, quote, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, will propose to revise the definition of specialty occupation to increase focus on obtaining the best and the brightest foreign nationals via the H-1B program, and revise the definition of employment and employer-employee relationship to better protect U.S. workers and wages. In addition, DHS will propose additional requirements designed to ensure employers pay appropriate wages to H-1B visa holders. This really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone who's followed this channel over the last 10 plus weeks. As President Trump stated in an infamous tweet on January 11th, 2019, quote, H-1B holders in the United States can rest assured that changes are soon coming, which will bring both simplicity and certainty to your stay, including a potential path to citizenship. We want to encourage talented and highly skilled people to pursue career options in the U.S. Since 2017, President Trump has included revisions to the H-1B as part of his regulatory agenda. I'm all for bringing clarity to what is a specialty occupation. I think this needs to be clearly defined outside of the job requirements and the individual experience. The definition should also be adjustable annually and dependent upon advances in our society. Let's eliminate any question of skill based on the definition of what is a specialty occupation. If I'm interpreting this proposal correctly, it would hopefully eliminate the current double standard being employed by USCIS against information technology services organizations. You've heard me allude to the death of the third-party consultant multiple times. When I read the statement, quote, revise the definition of employer-employee relationship to better protect U.S. workers and wages, end quote, it implies to me a much stricter stance for H-1B workers being placed on a client site as a outplacement. This is what we refer to here on this channel as third-party, corp to core, or subcontracting. When I say third party, this is the type of arrangement that I'm referencing. While the intent of this proposal is to protect U.S. workers and their wages, the impact will be felt across multiple layers within the staffing cycle. First of all, it will reduce the number of options to change employers for the individuals that are currently working in the U.S. on H-1B visa. Less freedom, more restrictive. Second, it will significantly impact the ability of IT consulting firms and staffing firms to sponsor H-1B holders as part of their client staffing augmentation models. Third, more large enterprise organizations that use contingency staff as their primary means to fill high skilled, high tech workers for project based initiatives will see their job fill timelines become much longer. This will create project backlogs and loss of revenue due to lack of human capital. As I've stated in the past, I'm in favor of third party consulting. I think it's a necessary avenue to fill the staffing pipeline. There are job openings that would go unfilled if it were not for the H-1B visa holders out there. The last part of the abstract states that DHS will work to ensure that employers are paying appropriate wages to H-1B visa holders. Contemplating what that means for H-1B visa holders and their employers tells me that there will be an increase in audits and compliance. This is something we've been foreshadowing on this channel for quite some time. Please listen to me. Be prepared for this to happen if you aren't already. You can guarantee we will see a significant increase in site visits from ICE confirming LCAs are accurate, and pay stub requests from employers for prevailing wage verification is all but a given. I'm not saying that audits on compliance are a bad thing. I feel that they are. I'm all for eliminating the concern around H-1B fraud, but I want to make sure that we do so without completely killing off the third party consultant. It is a vital avenue for large enterprise organizations that utilize contingency staffing as their primary means to fill project based human capital. If this proposal is a sign that a merit based immigration system that has been widely rumored to be released under an executive order is looming, I think time will tell. Restricting who can employ H-1B visa holders will only create a greater demand for a merit based system. Is Senator Rick Scott's blocking of S-386 another sign that a merit based system is forthcoming? As we begin to piece together the dominoes going all the way back to the RAISE Act introduced by Senator Tom Cotton on August 2nd, 2017, which was a proposal to eliminate employment-based immigration with a skill-based immigration point system, we begin to see a pattern. The scrutiny surrounding the H-1B visa, from the increase in denials to the current travel ban based on the pandemic, the heated debates surrounding S-386, and the action of President Trump's administration begins to point to reform being inevitable. Phasing out the H-1B and phasing in a merit-based system seems to be more and more realistic as these actions speak for themselves. The upcoming election may play a significant role in how quickly that transition happens. We'll keep our eyes and ears open for an update from the White House on this proposal, and when we do hear something, we'll be sure to report back. For the full post, please check out the h1bguy.com. And if you'd like to support the H1B Guy platform by making a contribution of any amount via Venmo, CashApp, or PayPal, I'll put the details in the video description. I'm just really appreciative of all of your support so far. And as a reminder, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, the H1B Guy Live, unedited, unscripted Q&A round 2, covering H1B, S-386, and more. Send me your questions on Twitter or post them in the YouTube chat, and I'll be sure to get to them. If you haven't already, I'd like to ask you to please like this video. And again, please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube and click the bell for notifications. I want to thank you for watching my video, and just wanted to say again, just really appreciate all of your support. The H1B Guy. your global source for all things H1B.